Do you want decks that are strong without going into bankrupt from buying a demo? Can you reach the top spot in Weekend Ranked spending less than $20? Yes, and these guys right there are the real proof of it. In this video I will show you the best deck based on quality price, so perfect for the new player or the free-to-play player. Make sure to watch until the end of the video for discover the ultimate budget deck. Now let's jump right into it. At the bottom of the top 5 we have Hiddenrush. This is one of the best aggro in the game, but at this best version it has two kinda expensive cards that are Pyramid Warden and Shadow of Lebanon. So obviously in the cheapy version we can't run those, that's why he's in the 5th spot. His gameplay is based on keeping your cards hidden with your Orfeo God Power and rush your opponent down. Take a look at this example list that has 13 wins in Mythic, and this costs $100, but it's not that important because actually 90 of those $100 are from Ortuk. That is not essential in this deck, so you just remove Ortuk and you put any other hidden minion and you have a perfect Hiddenrush with a $10 price. Moving on the 4th spot, we have an archetype that improved a lot with the new set. This is Amazon. Some of the new cards, like the 3-2 Amazon or the new legendary Divaya, helped this deck a lot and made it really good. It excels when it goes first, like most of the aggro deck, and even if it has not a lot of comeback mechanics, it can really snowball a lot with all the Amazon interaction, like for example with Canopy Sniper and so on, and drive the game in your favor. Look for example at this player that achieved 14 wins and a top 10 in Mythic with a $30 deck. That's quite amazing. Taking the low podium, so the 3rd spot, is one of my old love. This is Agrolite. I've been maining this deck for months in the last year and I achieved multiple top 10 with it, so it's really good, it's really a good deck. His gameplay is focused on building a whiteboard and utilize some AoE buff, like for example Radiant Down or Chaining of the Gods, and buff all your creature and defeat your opponent. While it can be further improved with like Hybrid Knight or Pyramid Wardens and so on, it is even really good in its cheapy version. For example, take a look at this list that cost $20 and achieved 14 wins in Mythic, and most important, it has a 55% of win rate over 1,000 of game. That's super impressive for a deck of this price. Now, let's move to the 2nd place. This is the only control deck of today. That's why it's usually hard to include controls in this type of budget list, because the most strong control cards, like for example Demo and Teriel, are really pricey. But thanks to Oni, a new card of the new set, Band of the Wolf, now even cheapy control viable, because this card is like the little brother of Demogorgon, we could say. And the best budget control is not other than Control Deception. Because what is better than steal card that you can't afford, using a free Cutthroat for steal a $600 Teriel? This is kinda an incredible feeling for you, and yeah, a bit less for your opponent. This deck lacked in healing in its cheapy version before, because yeah, you just needed Demo, there was no Oni. But now with Oni and Serris, you can have a really good sustain versus most of the aggro, and still you are in a good spot even versus other control thanks to your steal package. For example, look at this impressive list that cost $14 and achieved 14 wins in Mythic. That's literally the same dollar for the same win. That's amazing. And now it's time to reveal the top 1 spot, the best budget deck. But before that, I would truly appreciate if you guys could subscribe to my channel and put a like. This would really help me a lot. And also, don't forget to comment with the deck you are most interested in, so I can probably analyze it better in a future video. But now, let's reveal the best budget deck ever. And as many of you would have guessed, it is Aggro War. Many players have reached even top 1 spot in Weekend Ranked with a $20 Aggro War. It is obviously coin flippy like all of the aggro, but it's incredibly strong thanks to his broken god power, that is Slayer, and other god-based cards like Imp and Blade of Sticks and so on. Thanks to those, it can apply a lot of pressure and rush down even like $3,000 control decks. Even this Weekend Ranked, a guy made 15 win with it and achieved a top 10 in Mythic with a less than a $20 deck. That's amazing. Aggro War is the only deck that essentially doesn't change nothing from his budget version and his best version. Essentially, your deck as a free-to-player will be almost the same as a deck of a player with all the collection. This is why it makes it the best deck for a free-to-play player, because it has not room of improvement like, for example, Hiddenrush with the Shadow of Lethenon or like Agrolite with Ibornite and so well done to all the players that were showed in this video. These guys are probably the only people that has a positive ROI on Gods Unchained right now. And guys, see you in the next video where I will show I, as a free-to-player, made a lot of money on Gods Unchained. So be sure to follow me and activate the notification for do not miss it.